Hi, I'm Lola Mullin with the Metropolitan Area Planning Council. I am a project coordinator for the Intercore Community Health Improvement Initiative. The initiative is made of several different partners within the greater Boston area. We're working with 7 different communities, as well as MAPC, which is our regional planning agency, and the Massachusetts Public Health Association, and the American Planning Association, the Massachusetts chapter. So as part of our initiative, we really wanted to focus on increasing access to healthy foods. And to do that, we have 2 strategies. The main strategy I'm going to talk about today is our corner store initiative. This initiative really arose from previous work that we've done to really work with our local partners, particularly corner stores, in terms of expanding access to healthy foods. We would work with them to carry a healthier option. As part of this project, we realized that a lot of the corner store owners were having some infrastructure barriers that made it really difficult for them to really move forward with this activity. So for the Plan4Health project, we decided to really see if there's an opportunity to tackle some of these barriers, particularly barriers around distribution and procurement. So we wanted to see if there was an opportunity for us to work with local corner store owners as well as suppliers and other vendors to see if we could increase procurement and supplies for corner store owners. As many of the store owners were buying food at retail, they were going to their local large wholesale project, that a lot of the store owners were buying food at retail prices. They were going to local grocery stores or large warehouses like a Costco's or a BJ's to buy their food. And of course, since they're buying it at retail prices, they're charging retail prices at their stores. So we wanted to see if there was a way to work with the store owners to help them purchase foods at wholesale prices, and that way they would be able to buy more healthy foods within their stores to offer to the residents in the community. So we started this process, and as we were talking to store owners, we recognized that there are a lot of other issues that they needed to tackle before they could really focus on this issue around healthy food access. You know, they had issues around refrigeration and, business development and accessing different resources. So we decided to reframe the focus of the initiative and to really think about how can we more broadly support the store owners so that they would be better positioned to be able to offer healthier options. And so we decided to develop and establish an association for the store owners called the Greater Boston Association of Corner Store Owners. And this association would allow us to address a lot of their issues around cost savings, around increasing professional development, providing technical assistance, and giving an opportunity for the store owners to really network. So we thought this would be a great way to meet our needs of increasing access to healthy foods. The store owners would have a lot of their other issues addressed, as well as support the store owners and demonstrate that we really are interested in their well-being as well, as they are members of the community. So I think, through this initiative, some lessons learned is that you really have to learn to be flexible. What we thought initially, in terms of tackling distribution and dealing with suppliers, we realized that focus was too narrow, and that as part of any project, you have to kind of stand back and reassess, how do we approach this differently to make sure that, in the end, we are still able to meet our goals. We're just going through a different path. So that's definitely a lesson learned. And, we hope in the future that this association will be sustainable, that it will be something that the store owners will see a lot of value in, and that it's something that the owners will feel, and we will feel it's something that will definitely address needs. So I think this is lessons learned. I think it's definitely not to be afraid to really kind of step out of working with our traditional partners. This is a very new area for us. We've we do tend to do more traditional public health or more of the traditional kind of public health and planning, around, improving the built environment. So working with suppliers, distributors, just entire business focus was something very different. So it took some time to kind of, really learn the language, not be afraid to reach out to these partners, really thinking about, how do we message and communicate so that we are supporting each other mutually. So I definitely was another lesson learned, really not be afraid to kind of reach out and work across those borders, across working with your non-traditional partners. They have a lot of insight, they'll bring a lot of value, and they can really strengthen and really help bring your project to another level that you may not have considered. So that's definitely another lesson learned. Another lesson is just, it's okay. Patience, it's hard when you're doing this type of work. I think a lot of times, we have this idea in our head, we want things to move according to this work plan that we have developed. We want things to fall in place according to this timeline. But I think it's, like I said before, it's really important to be flexible and to be patient, to just kind of think about, things will get there. The process may be a little bit slower than when you were anticipating, but I think, if you're flexible and you're able to kind of step back and refocus and think about how do you want to approach this work and what avenue haven't you tried, sometimes, it really is, really thinking wide open, thinking completely differently and approaching it completely differently than what you would normally do. So those are some lessons learned that we have from working in this project. And again, we hope that this is something that's going to be sustainable. That was something that we really thought about in the initial phases of our project. How do we make whatever initiative that we start sustainable? How do we make it, how do we integrate it into the infrastructure? And by having an association that really meets the needs of store owners and helps to, bring them together to work together, and can also be another avenue for them to work with other partners that they've never, individually the store owners would have a difficult time working with, but working together as an association, they're able to access and leverage these other resources. So those are some of the lessons learned, and those are some of the things that we hope to accomplish as part of our initiative.